I've always been fascinated with shadows and how they play different effects, positive, negative. They create their own images within artwork, and I found that the shadows that I was seeing that was created from buildings was really fascinating in the sense that when you look at them closely, you'll see that the different surfaces of the buildings or whatever the shadows are being cast on, such as grass or gravel, not only created or induced the texture into the shadows of the design, but they also affected the color. And when you look at some of my other artwork that I had done from college, you can see that there is high contrast use of shadows that I found very important and very strong. And that is why I decided to carry this over into Tilt and Tones. This collection of Tilt and Tone was one of the first that was actually designed completely around to include biophilia as an integral part of it. And a lot of it is, again, natural inspirations that I have seen, the research that we have done about the effects of biophilia, and it only made sense, to come out with this particular collection. Any time you bring in a biophilic influence into an interior or built environment, it actually has an overall beneficial effect on the individuals in that particular environment. When you look at tilt, it's actually created of 4 separate squares. Within these squares are different angles, and within each of those is also a variation of color, which is typical of what you would see in a shadow in nature. The other part of this collection is the color. And knowing that it was going to be used and had great application for the corporate world, I turned to the better selling profile colors that most office furniture manufacturers use, and found that this particular color range that is used in profile colors mimics quite closely natural stone colors. So it was a perfect blend, to use these kind of grayed off natural neutrals for not only for the tones, but also for the tilt combination. Tilt and Tones was actually designed to work as companions together. And the reason for that is there's a real need, I think, in the commercial markets for versatility. And this offers the designer and architect the capabilities of using the tilt design, which is the angular motif. It's 4 separate tiles, each one containing a different angle, a different color variation, in combination with the tones, which is more of a field design. When you talk about trying to work with retail and how Tilt and Tones would fit into that, oftentimes people really look for some ideas in drama, and that is where tilt would be a great application. Certainly the wayfinding, through a store could be easily achieved by using tones. Again, this is more of a field. You could even create borders with tones. So, the variation for the retail is almost endless. For corporate, I think there are a lot of possibilities, but the idea of being able to mix and match offers a bit of individuality, if you want to say that, for each different office. It keeps a certain continuity if you wanted to use it throughout the lobby area and then moving into the offices, and easily by using the tone or field designs to create wayfinding. Hospitality, for hospitality, Tilt and Tones is great. It can create a lot of drama in entryway, lobby area, or it can create kind of unique looks in rooms. Or if you want to go to the more traditional wayfinding, again, you can use the tone pattern with a border of a contrasting color, or even mixing the Tilt and Tones to create a much more interesting movement throughout the building. So all in all, I think that Tilt and Tones is going to be a very versatile overall collection for the designers. So this particular collection is going to be offered in a glue down or a dry back format. The tiles are going to be a 24 by 24 inch, as well as our new proprietary IsoCore technology, and this will be our floating floor. I think what is important for Tilt and Tone is also what you don't see, and that is the fact that Aspecta is totally committed to sustainability and transparency. And we have the clear labels that we have on all of our products. The clear label is very similar to a nutrition label you would see on a food package. We have Just labels. The two factories that we work with have both received Just labels in China. They are the first factories to receive Just labels and also the first LVT factories in the world to receive Just labels.